What's up, guys? It's your favorite reseller, Morgan, back again with another video. It's been a minute. Q4 was Q4. Something that was asked a lot in the group that I'm in is how were we getting so many orders in a day? And, essentially what were we doing to get that? So today we're going to do some live sourcing, kind of. It's too close to Christmas really for anything, but I just want to show you the things that we looked for, and then you can actually apply these same methods to Valentine's Day. So let's get started. So first and foremost, before Christmas time even comes, I'm starting to think about what people like and need for Christmas. So let's go back to mid-October, beginning of November. This is when I would start thinking about these things. So people like stockings, people like ornaments, people want candy and wrapping paper and treats. So let's first look at stockings. So this is what I would do for the stuff that I'm sending in WFS. Now, it might be a little bit harder to find some stuff because it is so close to Christmas. Um, but one thing's for sure and two things for certain is that we're not looking at holiday time because that is a Walmart brand. So, like this Grinch stocking. So you can see right now this says in 100 people's carts. You can also see that it says out of stock. Let's pretend this was in stock and it was 11.98. So at 11.98, let's see. Okay, sorry guys, I had to turn on Martyr. So it is also best that you do have a calculator. You can do it manually, but sometimes it's just easier. Also, I like to see who else is on the listing. So these are other third-party sellers. So like you can see this person right here did send it in WFS. So at 25.99 and it costs 11.98 in store, they're coming out with $6.66. So you also need to set your own ROI and profit margins. So for me, I look for anything that's between 50 to 100% ROI, unless it's a really quick flip that I can get a lot of, that's what I'm looking for. So this would be perfect for me to send in WFS. Something else would be, I just love all things bluey. So we'll look at this one. I don't know why Martyr is freaking out right now. Let me try to refresh the page. There we go. Okay, so I think this said before I clicked away that these are usually like 7.98, like how this one is. So let's come to all sellers. I look at it from both parts because unfortunately, Martyr does not calculate if they have merchant shipping, which this person does. So this would be about 19.99. So I also didn't see this in stores this year, and I went to a lot of Walmarts. So this might be something to keep an eye out for next year. So again, that's a really good ROI for me. I would probably get like three or four of these, um, and then send them in. And if they do well, just keep replanning them. Now remember, after a certain date, fulfillment centers slow down. So for me, the last shipment I sent out was November 27th, and it did not get checked in until literally it was like December 15th, which is really late. Luckily, I didn't have a lot of holiday stuff in it, so it wasn't a big deal, but that's just something to keep in mind. So, moving forward, I would say probably the third week of November would be when I stop sending stuff in to WFS. Now, for like Valentine's Day that's coming up, anything, I would probably stop sending in, honestly, that first week of January. Now, fulfillment is picking up. It is faster, but it's a risk that you carry. Okay, so that's how we look for things to send in WFS. Let's look for quick merchant flips. The thing about merchant flips is that you won't really know what's going to be good until closer to Christmas. So you can have things listed um and just wait to see what sticks, but people really aren't starting to merchant fulfill, or I'm sorry, aren't really starting to like want to buy at a higher price until closer to Christmas. So for me, my merchant stuff really took off probably about the second week of December. The second and third week of December. Now, this is my advice. You do with it as you will. I do not recommend having expedited shipping on for Walmart because Walmart has so many returns. And if people return, then you lose out on the expedited shipping. And that's just been what I do across the board. That's been what people I'm in groups with do across the board because you will get screwed out of expedited shipping. And that's not fair. So I do, however, have expedited shipping on Amazon, and that does great every year. But back to Walmart. So yeah, probably about the second or third week of December is really when things take off, and I'm talking like 100 orders, 200 orders, 300 orders, like it's insane. So things that I personally look for are stockings was one thing that I sold, but I didn't sell those merchant. I sold those WFS. But one thing I personally look for is stocking stuffers. So what are things that people are going to want in their stockings? Candy, candy canes, do 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 do. This is something to look out for too because it's only at Walmart. So let's look at this. Okay, so these are $3 in store. I don't know what's going on with Martyr lately. Okay, so if we switch this to merchants, $3 in store, this will probably be, let's say like 650 to ship. Personally, I would put this in a box because this is a box. If you put this in a bubble mailer, the pressure from other boxes and other stuff could break the box. Now, what really depends is how hard this box is. I don't know because I haven't personally seen this in store, but I don't think it's that hard. There's a lot of people who would just send this in a bubble mailer, but I wouldn't want to deal with the damages and the returns. So let's compare. We have 1087. Let's do some quick math. 589 plus 697, 1286. So, if this was the second week of December or even the third week of December, one of the things that I'm looking forward to also see if this is a good flip is who can get it there before Christmas. Now, obviously, today is December 22nd or 21st. Um, so honestly, nothing is going to get it there before Christmas unless they pay expedited shipping. But this is Walmart, so we don't have expedited shipping on, right? Okay, so let's pretend that these all get here after Christmas, except maybe this one. Let's say this one gets there December 23rd. So then I want to see what my price would compare to at that level. So I would only make 50 cents. That's too low for me. Now, let's say this everybody else gets there after Christmas, but this person who's at 1286. $2.33, I would bite. And also, if I knew that I could get it there before Christmas, I would also list at this price, and then I would list it. Something to save you some money. Um, these things that we're not sure about, list them first and see if you sell. Now, with that being said, you have to remember if something sells and your local store doesn't have it, you might be running around like crazy. So some people don't like that. So if you don't like having to do that, don't do that. If you don't like having to do that, go to the store, buy one, and see if it sells. Now, if you like the thrill and all that, like I said, list like two, maybe three, and see what happens. If you start to get sales, then you can go to the store and you can go buy them, and then there you go. And you're just constantly replenning, and you want to be competitive at the buy box. So if this person who could get it there before Christmas at 12.86 suddenly dropped their price to 11.99, you want to be paying attention to that. But you also want to make sure your numbers are still good at 11.99. So while yes, we are still at over 50% ROI, your profit's going to obviously go down. So keep things like that in mind. Let's look at something else. I want to love Peeps so bad, but I get burnt on them every single year, so I did not indulge this year. The one thing too about Walmart, why I also recommend that you, no matter what, that you list before you buy, is because Walmart has a tendency to price error, courtesy of this year. So, um, if you price error at the price that you want to sell, then at least you know, and you didn't go buy a whole bunch of inventory and now you're out of luck. Let's see what these people are at. 740, 853. I don't know what is going on with Martyr today. They were providing some updates, I know, so it's a little bit slower. I do see some updates on here too. It's not usually, Martyr's not usually this slow. It's actually a really good platform that I enjoy. Okay, so 748.53. Let's see, 499 plus 395 is 894. So, oh, that's Walmart. All of these people are coming after Christmas. This person is probably the closest. So all of these people are coming after Christmas. This person's probably the closest to Christmas. So 894. Let's pretend that they're coming before Christmas. And $2. This will not be 650 to send. This, oh, it's a one count. I thought it was a four pack. That's misleading. It's really important to read listings too, because customers might think that they're getting a four pack because that's the main image, but it's assorted, I see. Okay. That'll probably be like $5 a ship. Maybe. I don't even, maybe even like 450. Not bad, especially if you can get a lot of them. So this would also be something that I would probably list and test. And that's really all that I do. I just go through all of the things and see how things will sell. You kind of just have to, like I said, you have to wait until you get closer to Christmas and see what sticks. So this might have been a good one. If you could get it in store at 9.97 and it looks like maybe it was selling for $25. Ooh, something else that I like about Martyr. So I've never sold this hero brand before on Walmart. So something that I really like about Martyr is here how it says report gated. If this brand was gated, you could click here and say, are you sure you want to report this brand, and put okay. And then it would have number of people that reported that this brand is gated. So then you know that the brand is gated. Now, obviously, I would probably try to list it myself just in case, because there could be some errors with that because it's based off of each person's ability to sell. But it's a nice tool to have, because when you see something that has like 20 or 15, then you're like, okay, I definitely can't sell that. Which I will show you an example of that really quick. So let's put 25 in here before I do that, and then 9.97. This could literally go in a poly mail, uh, bubble mailer. Um, and it's light, I assume, because it's just acne patches. So we'll keep at 450. That was a really good flip, like a really good flip. I um I didn't even look at this, to be honest with you, but if I had paid attention to it, this would be something that I would try to list as well. Okay, so something that everybody seems to be gated in on Walmart is Legos. I personally cannot sell Legos. So let's see if this shows up on Martyr as gated. Yep, see, 8 people have reported it. So I just really like that feature because it saves time when you think that you can sell something and then it saves disappointment when you from finding out that you can't. So yeah, that's kind of the things that I look for. I personally did not sell a ton of toys. I mean, I sold a decent amount, but not like quick merchant flips, but I do know that there's some in here. Um, let's see. I also know that Squishmallows gated on Walmart too. So if you have kids, it's nice to know, like, or I should say younger kids, it's nice to know what they're into because chances are is that there's a decent amount of other kids that are into that. Um, so that's how I kind of just look through. Only at Walmart is always nice because, well, it's a double-edged sword. For the most part, it's always nice because, again, you can only get it at Walmart, and usually it's a limited quantity that they have. Now, oh, this says this is a top toy. Let's see. Oh, I've never seen it pop up like that before. Okay. Um, oh, this definitely is a top toy. 100 plus brought since yesterday and 200 plus people's carts. Let's see what the third party sellers are looking at. $18 is low. It's 9.84. What are you doing? 17.96 plus 5.99 is 23.95. Okay, so let's put in those numbers. I personally look for something that I can sell almost 3 times at 3 times the amount. So if something is 9.84, $18 is low for me. Yeah, that person's barely making a dollar. Are they shipping this or is this WFS? Fulfilled by Walmart. Okay. Even worse, they're losing money. Um, and they have two. I wonder if they know that. The other 2 people on the listing, so this person had shipping, so that put them at 23.95, and this person was at 24.99, which makes me curious. I wonder if this price airs anything higher, but 23.95, lot better. I'm interested to know what size box this comes in because that'll depend on shipping as well. So I also might add this but go see it in store so I can see how big it is. Because toys can be really misleading with their dimensions and their weight. So yes, the dimensions are here, but and they're here, which comes from the Walmart site, but they're not always accurate. So I would want to go see to make sure, because if it's bigger, it might even be like $9 to ship. Pretend like that says seller fulfilled. And at $9 to ship, that's not worth it for me. Not at that price. Even if it's 8, honestly, that's still not worth it to me. But this is going to be a quick flip, so you might be able to get the price higher. Now, considering that people are at $24, maybe not. So that's why I would list it and put it at probably this price, $28.99, to then see what if it price airs or not. So that's an example of a good toy. I don't know if I have kids, but I don't know if Elmo is still a good one or not. Do people still like Elmo? I don't know. Oh, it's not a tickle me, it's just a plush. Oh, well, maybe they do, because look. So this is at $10. Let's see, third party sellers, 19.99. Again, still low to me, but it's plush, so it won't be that much to ship. This WFS cost, I'm willing to bet, is off because it's lightweight. It doesn't seem that big. I would say that it's probably closer to maybe 5.45 or 5.95, let's even say. See, but it's only a dollar. That's why I don't like stuff that's double. I need about triple. So if this was gonna be good to me, 29.99 is where I would want to be at. and look at that. So yeah, um, and then if we switch this to shipping, it probably costs $6 to ship. That's why I would want $29.99. Let's see what it's at on merchant. Oh, my bad. $6. Yeah, you're only making $1. Let me go back and redo that number. Yeah, where you're making close to 10. So yeah, those are the things that I look for, and you just do that with a lot of listings. Like I would probably start with like 100 and then wait and see what happens in terms of what sticks and what doesn't. I see these and I think that they'd be so interesting, but the box is kind of big. I think it's like a 6 by 6 by 6 or pretty close. There's a little bit more sellers on here. See, and they're selling this at 10:30. No, immediately no. You're not making any money on that. And they're shipping it themselves. There's no way you're making money on that. What was it? 10 something? 10:30? And that's if it's six. Let's even do 750 because it's 6 by 6 by 6. And what's the weight? 2 pounds basically. Oh no, 1.2 pounds. Yeah, you're negative $4. It's really important that you know your numbers on Walmart. The numbers on Walmart are different from the numbers on Amazon. And I think people get in trouble a lot with that. Something else I want to make an announcement about is for Walmart, you don't have to go against them. You don't have to undercut them. So, like, for example, I saw this listing the other day and I just couldn't believe it. It was a cleanser. Do, 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 do. Was it this? Mm, I don't know. We'll use this as an example though. Let's see. And Walmart was on the listing for $35. This isn't the listing, but we'll use it as an example. So, okay, Walmart's on the listing at 17.97. You see these people under here who are going to 20.89 and 32.99? That's because you can compete with Walmart at the buy box. Walmart will share the buy box with you. So, in this zip code, yes, Walmart is in stock, but there could be other zip codes where Walmart is not in stock, and then they will give you the buy box. So you don't have to undercut Walmart like how we would have to undercut Amazon. That's not a thing on Walmart. And let's not do that. So what I mean is if Walmart is at 17.97, people would come on this listing and list it at $13. You don't have to do that. You could honestly list at 17.97 as long as you make money off of it. You could list at 17.97 and be successful. So like I said, Walmart shares the buy box. You don't have to undercut them. Um, I'm trying to think of a heavy listing that people would be selling right now, where that would be an example. What is popular? Mm, let's see. Tree Hut. Those look like regular prices. Anyway, I don't want to take up too much more time, but that's huge. I see people coming from Amazon doing that, and you 1000% do not have to do that. And let's leave Amazon tactics over on Amazon and let's learn our platforms and the things that we can do because they are tanking listings here on Walmart, and that's not cool. That's why everybody wanted to come here because listings weren't tanking. So, yeah, hope you guys learned something. Hope this was enjoyable. Thank you. Bye.